Hello, everybody, and welcome here to another quick video, breaking news, NFL breaking news in regards to the head coaching hires. Like I said in my previous video earlier today, that I will be doing breaking NFL news for all 8 head coaching vacancies when they are filled by each organization. I already did one for my team, the Green Bay Packers, not just because they were my team, but they actually were the first team to hire a head coach. So it actually worked out for me in that way. Whether they were number 1, number 5, or number 8 team to find their head coach, then that'd be fine with me. But I guess it worked out for me to talk about my own team first, and then being the first one to hire a coach, and then so on and so forth. Today's video, or this video, is about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a team that I've watched kind of from the sidelines. I do have some friends that are fans of the Buccaneers. One's a former cheerleader, sexy Tom, and Lindsey Brooks Bell, and Danny Duncan, those two friends of mine from Florida, fans of the Buccaneers. And their team has hired their next head coach and has hired Bruce Arians. I'm very happy for Bruce Arians. If you have been following my NFL show 2 years ago when he was hired by Arizona, or many years ago, or whatever years ago, 3 years ago, and he had a couple of seasons in Arizona, I was very happy he was hired there, and he was one of the last ones hired in that coaching carousel off season. I'm like, come on, Bruce. Hopefully, Bruce lands in Arizona. Then Arizona's looking for a coach. Give Bruce Arians a try from Indianapolis, who was at that time the interim coach, because the head coach at the time was dealing with cancer. Bruce took over and did a pretty dang good job. I thought the coach would keep him on as a head coach, but and whatever for reasons. But the guy defeated cancer, and that was good. Obviously, want him to live a very long life. And so he got his team back. Bruce Arians wasn't fired, but was going to be kept on as a positional coach. Then he got hired by Arizona. That's actually a pretty good job in Arizona for the Arizona Cardinals. So Bruce Arians being let go at Arizona was kind of unfortunate. I was like, oh, okay. And then he spent one season actually in the booth this past season. He wasn't the head coach. Took a year off. And maybe that's what Mark McCarthy should do for Packers head coach if he's talking to land something. Maybe next year, that Pittsburgh job. He's a Pittsburgh man, Pittsburgh native. Maybe he would want to be the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers after his long tenure with the Packers. Take a year off, do broadcasting, maybe not as a whole, like a weekly thing, but a time-to-time thing for a network. Oh, so sorry. Sorry about that. But anyways, but now Tampa Bay has hired Bruce Arians to be the next head coach. So glad to see Bruce back in the NFL. So though I did think, or thought I heard Bruce saying that he wanted to that his eyes only were for the Cleveland Browns, but Tampa Bay was able to persuade him to come to Tampa. If you guys know anything more about that, guys or gals, welcome to let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on this hire. I'm happy for Bruce, and I hope things work out for him in Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston, I don't think should be there anymore. They should be looking for a new quarterback to get one in the draft, or trade value for Jameis. Whatever you can do, however you can make that work. I think that would actually be good for Tampa Bay. If Nick Foles doesn't work out, he's technically the backup. If Philadelphia's want to keep Carson Wentz, ship Nick Foles to Tampa. Tampa might have some success, if not challenging for the Super Bowl in the next couple of years with Bruce Arians as the head coach. So I seriously do hope the best for Bruce, and I look forward to seeing how everything does look moving forward for Tampa Bay, because I think Tampa Bay is one of those teams, and I know a couple of years ago I had as my surprise team, as my random team to actually make the playoffs, or surprise teams that I made the playoffs, them along with the Jaguars and Raiders and Rams. And Jacksonville was a quarter away from making the playoffs or making the Super Bowl last year. So hopefully Tampa Bay can turn it around, and I do hope the best for Tampa. Like I said, I like them from afar, their team, former hot cheerleader, and just their team overall. I've always been interested in that team in that regard. Also, the same with the Jaguars. And with the Jaguars, I've liked them since their inception of the league, with their logo, how that looked, and just other little things and random reasons why I respected them from afar. But my number one team always will be the Packers. But if Tampa Bay or New England or Jacksonville, or now the Rams, have a chance to go to the Super Bowl, win it, then I'll be cheering for those teams. So at least I have a reason to be watching these games moving forward beyond for my show. My NFL podcast, Talking Packers with Steve. So yeah, not too much else to really bring up in regards to Bruce Arians. Just really think that he's going to be a good fit in Tampa Bay. I really look forward to seeing how that all goes down and works out. So good luck to Bruce Arians. Love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And dang, I know a lot of cheerleaders in the NFL. Hope to be able to actually speak and hang out with one of them. Anyways, go enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weather in your area. Above all else, as always, take care.